So I've been kind of not been taking videos of anything I've been doing recently, but I did do a little bit of trading for a new project. Had 2 Traxxas drag flashes that I had decent little amount of money in, not full price, and a used LS cam, and a guy on Marketplace had 2 Fox bodies. This is an 89 coupe, debating on calling it the chicken coop or the Flintstone mobile, because floors are non-existent. Here, let me just step in and show you. Hey, show you the hole in the floor here. You know, she needs pans, bud. It's got a title, but yeah, definitely missing something. Also missing the engine. But otherwise, I mean, it's a straight car. It's got a little bit of rust on quarters, nothing that can't be patched up. And I thought about building this into a drift car. And I also traded for one other thing. And then there's the hatch. This was the second part of the trade. It comes with full front end, GT bumpers, along with the LX bumpers. It's got a hatch, 4-point cage, but no title, and 2 full quarters and a bunch of other goodies. But decided I'm not going to keep them. This one Zane got, and then I got the coupe. But I am going to trade the coupe for something that's a little less rough. Got a buddy hit me up. He got an SN95 that just needs... They blew up the engine. They're pulling the transmission out of it. It had a Holley Terminator X that they're going to keep. But otherwise, it's a rust-free, straight car. Except they messed up the door and fender while pulling it. They had it open. They were pulling it backwards. It got caught. Folded the door forward. So I got to find a door and a fender. But otherwise, it's a really, really solid body. So we're going to go trade for those today. But I will get another coupe one day.
XL is not right. Fuck you.
And here's the new project. SN95 Mustang, 4.6. It's blown up. No trans. It's got pipes, but they took the X pipe off of it. It did have a Holley Terminator in it. They took the harness and the ECU out of it. So it's currently a blown up engine with no harness. I'm honestly thinking about just getting a Crown Vic Police Interceptor, rob the 4.6 out of it, find a transmission I've got a clutch that'll fit, and then steal the IRS out of it and swap it into this car. And I feel like it'd be a fun little drift project. I mean, still some good parts, like OEM alternator. Probably could save that for the new Edge since it likes to burn up alternators. Trick flow throttle body. Stuff like that. It does need a door and a fender, because they were pulling it backwards with the door open, and they caught the door and folded it forward. But it's got a spring-assisted door. Interior is not the best, but it's there. I've got all those pieces in the trunk. But for trading a car that had no floor for a newer car with no rust, just needs a door and a fender, which I know where they're at, I'd say it was a pretty good trade. Definitely digging the Grabber Blue, but I've got an idea for paint, since I'm going to have to paint the door and fender anyway. I've got an idea for the future where it'll kind of match my Fox. But, yeah. Here's the new project. Also need to figure out what I'm going to do with this 84 LX. It's got no engine in it. My brother had it down in Dallas, pulled the engine out, had broken ring lands. But it's a solid car. It's got a little bit of rust on the floors, but strut tires are solid, quarters are solid. It's got a bunch of extra parts in the hatch. Just need to find time and money and motivation to work on it too. If anyone wants a rust-free shell, I've got no title, but I've got an 86 GT sitting out there in the field that I bought for a parts car. Robbed the doors, fenders, some interior pieces out of it, the rear end. Still got the front subframe under it. No title, but the floors have 0 rust at all. I'd hate to scrap it. Tempted to put it on Marketplace to see what someone would offer me. But, I mean, it's a solid base for someone to build from the ground up race car. So hopefully, here soon, I can just start getting in the habit of recording more videos, whether if it's me working on the Shit Fox, me working on the SN95, the New Edge, racing content, more drifting content. I just need to start getting the camera out and record more and edit. But with me working at the restaurant and UPS, it's kind of a little hard to find time because all I do is work and sleep. But obviously, if I got time to find new projects, I'll be able to make time to record and edit videos. I also picked up a New Edge dash to swap into my Fox body. Thanks to Jack Winkleman for selling it to me. Thanks for Austin Fairchild for picking it up in the Z and having your hatch open all the way from Herman to Ashland. But went and picked that up today, $150, and it's a whole lot heavier than I thought it would be. Obviously, I don't need a lot of the wiring or the bracing or even the steering wheel. I just need the dash itself. I don't even need the cluster. But $150 for a lot of stuff. I'm happy with it. It's a whole lot cheaper than what I've been finding on Marketplace. People want $500 for them most days, and it's like, I don't want to spend that much on something I'm going to cut up. But once again, thanks to Jack and Austin for helping me get this, and hopefully here soon I can have it swapped into the Fox. Before anyone freaks out, I am going to put the New Edge back together. Just need to get the Fox ready for March 1st for the first drift day of the year. Then the trans is going back in this. I'm going to take it to Bobby, have him put the torque boxes in. And I don't know if I'm going to start shedding weight out of it or if I'm just going to leave it the way it is and just cruise it and race it once in a while. I don't want to cut it up. It's too clean. But I do miss driving the thing. So I need to start getting some motivation to work on it because I miss hearing that supercharger.